Hi, welcome back to Cubs and Culture for our final bit about the 2017 Cubs. This is going to be focused on the postseason. Yeah, it would have been nice to make the World Series again, but the thing is about baseball playoffs and the nature of the sport is the postseason simply is too short. Series of 7 games or 5 games or a game for the wild card game are too short to determine what team is better than what team. Baseball is right on the edge of human cognitive ability at the central moment of a pitcher pitching to a batter. They have a couple hundredths of a second to decide what, if and when they're going to swing, and it's right on the edge. Because it's right on the edge, there's a certain amount of randomness to baseball outcomes, which is why we know, for example, a team's overall record in one-run games should be 500 if it's a good team, because anything other than 500 is a product of luck and timing. And so, maybe this is just being a Cubs fan, but winning the World Series is great. Yes, it's the ultimate goal, but at the same time, winning a division is more certain that you can say you're a better team. So I put more stock into regular season. With all that being said, I think the thing that I like about our postseason is weather helped the Cubs win the World Series with the rain delay in Game 7. And weather took away our postseason, putting us in a better position for the NLCS by having us have that rain delay in the division series against the Nationals, where we had to face Strasburg again because rain Game 4 was delayed. Our lack of offensive production, we never really faced non-Cy Young pitching. In fact, 60% of the time we were facing Cy Young pitching because of Scherzer and Strasburg and Kershaw. And so because of that, we never really could get healthy. So it's mostly a product of bad luck. The other thing you could point to make the experience better would have been if Edwards could have pitched the 8th cleanly in Game 2 of the division series, because then we probably complete a sweep. We didn't go into LA tired. We didn't burn all that pitching in Game 5, etc., etc., etc. So it's not so much disappointing. It's just how the luck breaks this time around. The one thing that was a little bit disappointing was Baez was all out of sync. I mean, he's my favorite player. And yeah, he's a streaky player, and he was really hot. Well, he was really hot last postseason, and he was ice cold this one. So that makes me a little bit nervous, because I think Epstein, just because of his personality, is going to overreact, and he's going to put too much stock in the lack of postseason glory of making the World Series. Look, we were among the last 4 teams standing. That's pretty damn good. It's not hard to imagine a slightly different universe where we make the World Series. Anyway, the one thing I do want to focus on here about Epstein maybe overreacting is he's kind of positioned himself as willing to trade a position player for pitching, especially reliable strike throwers out of the bullpen, and I think this is a critical mistake, and I think the reason for that is the young core should be stuck together because it helps the fan experience. Look, we waited 108 years for a world championship team. But keep it together for 2 years, okay? But apart from that, I actually think the walk issue can be corrected in part by getting Wilson Contreras to be a better pitch framer. He actually posted a bottom third pitch framing score. And so because of that, it's not just the pitchers. Someone needs to talk to him. Anyway, the other final thing I want to talk about is the NLCS game that Arrieta pitched. like Lackey, for Arrieta to come in for his final start as a Cub and pitch a dominant performance against the Dodgers, a perfect swan song. So I'm okay if he leaves. Okay, so yeah, the postseason kind of going better. Yeah, just bad luck. And weather giveth, and weather taketh away. Tis the nature of the sport. Okay, so that's my retrospective on the 2017 Cubs. Hopefully 2018 will be just as fun. This is Cubs and Culture signing off. Not sure what I'll be doing tomorrow, but it will be a culture because I'm trying to alternate between the two. So see ya. Have a good night.